Now is the time for you to start. If you're writing way more code than you need for your CRUD operations in your Laravel project, now is the time to stop. While you're manually creating 7 different controller methods, there is a Laravel feature that does it all with a single command. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to implement it. All you need to do is to stick around, because by the end, you will never waste time on repetitive CRUD code again. Hey everyone, Emmanuel is here and welcome back to Coding with Emmanuel. Today we are diving into one of Laravel's most powerful time savers, Resource Controller. If you are tired of writing the same create, read, update, and delete logic over and over again, this video is for you. So let's jump right in. Before we talk about Resource Controller, let's look at what most developers, when building something like a blog post feature, you typically create a controller and manually add methods for listing posts, showing a single post, creating a new one. So in there, you are creating at least 7 different methods which you are writing again from scratch. 90% of applications need exact same operation. You are essentially copying and pasting the same structure every single time you build a new feature. There has to be a better way, right? Well, there is. Resource controllers are Laravel's solution to this. They automatically set up all 7 standard CRUD operations with the predefined method names and routing convention. Think of them as a blueprint that Laravel already knows how to work. These 7 methods are the index for listing resources, create for showing the creation form, store for saving new resources, show for displaying a single resource, edit for showing the edit form, update for updating resources, and destroy for deleting them. Laravel handles all the namings and routing automatically. So why do you have to waste time when you have someone take away the heavy load off your shoulder? Okay, now let me show you how easy it is. Open your terminal and type this command: php artisan make controller, then the name of the controller, post, then pass a flag, and that's it. The one command that we just executed creates a controller with all 7 methods already stopped out. Let me open the file and show you what Laravel. I'll go to my controller, app folder, controller, then post. Here we have. So these are all the methods. So look at, we've got the index, we've got the create, we've got store, we've got show, we've got edit, update, and destroy, all ready to go. So each method already has the correct parameters and return types intact. So you just need to fill in your business logic, and that's it. Now let's set up the route. Instead of defining 7 separate routes, what you have to do in your route file web.php is to define a single route, right? And that's going to be route online. That's all you need. This single line creates all 7 RESTful routes. If you run PHP Artisan route list, you'll see Laravel as automatically the route. So let's run the Artisan command, php at, you can see. So Laravel has automatically generated the get, the post, the put, and the delete, everything already generated, and that's it. How easy can start. Now let's actually implement this. I will show you a practical example that I post, and this is what I post very basic. So in the index method, we will retrieve all the posts. So how do we do the post? Then we page, because we don't want flood. Then I need to import post method, turn the view index, and that's all. So with this, we are able to capture all of the posts, then we're returning it. And now for us to show, we will display a single post. Notice how Laravel automatically injects the model. Okay, so in the show method, we'll come here. This is for a single post. Okay, then what we do is we'll just say return view. Then what view are we returning that? So after we have been able to create this, remember the show method returns a single resource, whilst the index returns all of the resources. So now for the create method, this only returns the form. Okay, and all we have to do is just return the view, which is the post create view that we have. Then on this view, we have the form where users will be able to create their post. And in the store method now, the store method is what we'll use to save the information. And to do that, what we have to do, we have to validate our data, then post create post pass. After that, turn back page the index can as well send back to it with a success message. Our users that the post they created successfully created in the database. Okay, now the same pattern applies for edit, update, and destroy. So you are following Laravel's convention, which makes your code predictable and maintainable. So what if you don't need all 7 methods? Maybe you are building an API that only needs index, show, and store. Laravel's got you covered partial. And what do I mean by partial resource route? It means you can specify the methods you want to use in the resource. Okay, so we can go back to our web file, which route file. Then we can tell Laravel that we need only index, we need the show, and we need this. And that, so what you are doing here, you are doing a partial resource route. So you are not returning all of the 7 methods, but you are only accessing just 3, which is the index, the show, and the store. Okay, and that's how it works. And in cases whereby you want everything except a single method, okay, what you can do is you can exclude a particular method, just like we specify the ones we want to use in the previous route. So let's create routes, then resource post class, then except, then which method did we want to exclude? Then we just want to exclude, and that's so Laravel gives this flex to write things over and over. And another thing Laravel allows us to do is, let's say we're building an API and we want to use this resource. So Laravel provides us with API resource, which will exclude the create. And remember, the create and the create and the edit method, they are only meant for you to show the form, okay? But in APIs, you don't need the form, you just need every other methods in there. So if you are going to use this controller for your API, Laravel allows us to do route, then API, then you can pass just like the normal. So for your API now, you only have access to every other thing except for the create and the edit method when you are using API resource. So here, that's how simple this is for you to work with Laravel resource. So resource controllers take what used to be dozens of lines of boilerplate code and reduce it to a single command and one line in your route file. So you get consistent naming, automatic route model binding, and a structure that any Laravel developer will instantly recognize. So start using resource controllers in your next project. Trust me, once you experience how much time they save, you will never go back to manually create controllers again. So if you find this helpful, smash that like button and subscribe to Coding with Manual Tricks. Drop a comment below if you have questions or want to see more advanced Laravel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.